Tonight was supposed to be an exciting Friday night game in the return of the black jerseys and the Mets' debut of Carlos Carrasco. However, much of this was overshadowed by the news of Javier Báez being traded to the New York Mets, followed by the awful news from Jacob deGrom in his setback due to elbow inflammation, which sets his timetable back for a return in September. And all of this emotional roller coaster came all of a sudden as I was on my way to Citi Field at around 3 p.m., hearing the news of Javier Báez, which was met with tons of excitement from the Mets clubhouse and from plenty of fans, and then shock, nervousness, disappointment over the news with Jacob deGrom following just about 30 minutes before first pitch. Those negative feelings were kind of heightened by the lack of moves from the front office to acquire starting pitching help, especially because the front office knew about Jacob deGrom's injury prior to the 4 p.m. deadline, and they still decided not to make a move for a starting pitcher, going instead in the direction of Javier Báez. If that wasn't enough, tonight's game was very disappointing as the Mets dropped it by a final score of 6-2. The one positive may have been Carlos Carrasco, who bounced back after giving up a first-pitch home run to Jonathan India to start his Mets career, very first pitch of the game. Carrasco worked 4 innings, gave up just 3 hits, only that 1 run, and had 4 strikeouts. He was pulled after only 58 pitches due to, of course, precaution as he's eased back into pitching deeper into games, and he's going to be a valuable part of the Mets rotation, especially while deGrom misses even more time. Here's Carrasco on his first start back.
Yeah, like you said before, it was a long time, almost like 3 months, something like that. But finally, I get to pitch today. It feels really nice, feels really good. So I was so excited to get there. And that's what happened today. And it feels great. That's the more important.
The Reds' offense got most of their runs from Jonathan India. After his leadoff homer to start the game, he doubled and scored a run in the 5th inning for the Reds' second run of the contest, and then he hit a big 2-run homer, his second homer of the game, of course, in the 9th inning to break the game open. Joey Votto also homered tonight, making it his 7th straight game with a home run. Absolutely incredible for Votto. While the Reds' offense did what they needed to do, the Mets' offense certainly struggled once again. Their best chance came in the 1st inning when Jeff McNeil extended his hit streak to 16 games on an RBI double to score Nimmo and tie the game at 1. Later in that same inning, the Mets would load the bases up with nobody out, but Conforto struck out and Jonathan Villar grounded into an inning-ending double play. After that, the Mets got just 3 hits in innings 2 through 8 and had a stretch of 4 innings without any base runners. And you can credit Sonny Gray all you want for a good start, but this Mets offense just isn't cutting it right now. And Luis Rojas talked about the poor offensive performance postgame.
We could have capitalized a little more there in that 1st inning, and then after that, I mean, I think we only got 1 or 2 hits against them for the next 2-3 times around. So yeah, our offense was quiet after that, but after showing a pretty good start, a pretty good idea of what they were going to see from Gray, I thought that just our bat went silent. We weren't taking a lot of A swings today. Got jammed a lot. I thought we were in between, and we just got to come in tomorrow to do a better job, just taking our A swings. We have an approach. We're going to find a pitch. We have a plan. We're going to find our pitch, and we got to take more A swings, I think. It's a lefty that we already saw, and I think the guys can make the adjustment from day to day.
To add insult to injury, Brandon Nimmo, well, pun intended, I guess, Brandon Nimmo left the game after a diving defensive play with a small pinch in his hamstring, according to Luis Rojas. He's going to be reevaluated tomorrow. A Mets injury that they simply cannot afford with how well Nimmo's been playing at the top of the order. Plenty of concerns with the Mets as well, as the Braves and Phillies both added in big ways at today's 4 p.m. trade deadline, and the division race is far from over with just 2 months to go in the regular season. This, combined with poor offensive performances like tonight and games in the past, and the lack of pitching depth that certainly was not addressed at the deadline, creates lots of worry for Mets fans. And that doesn't even get into the Javier Báez trade, or whether or not that's the best move for the Mets going forward. The Mets have 2 more games against the Reds tomorrow and Sunday to wrap up this homestand before they head to Miami to start a series with the Marlins. what a day. Time to get some sleep and hopefully feel a little bit better about the Mets and this team in the morning. At least I hope so. It's been quite a long day between the trade deadline, of course the deGrom injury, and kind of a disappointing loss for the Mets tonight. Signing off from Friday night at Citi Field, Sam Davis, WFUV Sports.